Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, wherever you are. Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Menucha, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom לכולם. Shabbat Shalom לכל העולם, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom ומבורך. Shabbat Shalom לי ולך, לך ולכולנו, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, so great to see you. Wow. What a beautiful collection of souls from near and from far, from ages ago in our lives, from the locals, relatives, dear friends, amazing. Welcome and Shabbat Shalom. We are Julie and Jose, the congregational leaders of Chochmat HaLev. We are blessed to lead services every week with Lior Tsarfati and special guests every week or most weeks. And tonight we're so honored and delighted that Jennifer Barazan, our good friend and amazing artist, will be here to offer some beautiful, beautiful music later in the service. We're really just, our hearts are full. Our hearts are full. We are filled with celebration and joy on behalf of our dear Susan and dear Ronnie, both of whom celebrated birthdays this week. Happy birthday, you two. Big love, big love. And you know, our hearts are also really full, and love and condolences and care we're extending to Ida and to Inette on the death of Ida's sister earlier this week from COVID. We love you and we're here with you.
Part of what Shabbat does is give us the opportunity to hold that whole range of experiences without judgment and lightly and lovingly. And we are just so grateful for so many hands here and hearts to help hold all of it together.
It's become our custom to dedicate our prayer and meditation, and we invite you to do that as we're chanting a little melody, and we're going to be offering up words from the amazing John Lewis, a bright, bright light in this world, who has transformed and whose light continues to teach and lead us. So please feel free to add your dedications into the chat. Maybe you're dedicating to somebody that you're thinking of who's in need. Maybe you're dedicating in honor of a teacher or a friend.
You're a light. You are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. Study the path of others to make your way easier and more abundant. Lean toward the whispers of your own heart. Discover the universal truth and follow its dictates. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won. Choose confrontation wisely, but when it is your time, don't be afraid to stand up, and speak out against injustice. And if you follow your truth down the road to peace and the affirmation of love, if you shine like a beacon for all to see, then the poetry of all the great dreamers and philosophers is yours to manifest in nation, a world community and a beloved community that is finally at peace with itself. Thank you, Brother John. So we're going to bring the light of Shabbat in. You know, a couple weeks ago, we were blessed to have our friend, congregant, and teacher, Sarah Pitzer-Bush, who taught us a little bit about nigunim and said that nigunim always are supposed to be written in couplets. So if you go, I yididai die, you're going to go, I yididai die a second time, right? Did I get that right? Yeah. So I've been thinking about that. I'd never learned that teaching before, these duplets that happen. And one of the things that I was thinking about as this week unfolded in its manifold weirdness and beauty and terror and everything that it was how knocking on a door is a two-part thing, right? You knock on a door expecting it to open. That we knock on a door in hopes of being received, that we present ourselves. Knocking on a door is presenting ourselves in order to hope to be received. And when we are being presented to, it's our opportunity, choice, destiny to receive or to reject. And it seems to me that this is something that could be an intention, a kavanah that we have by lighting two candles, one that's knocking and one that's opening. So I want to offer that to us tonight as I light these candles. And if you're lighting with me, grab your matches because it's time to bring in the light of presentation and reception. Please join me. And with one hand presenting and one hand receiving, pull in that twofold relationship-oriented opening and receiving, presenting and being received energy as we go into this Shabbat with this light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Let there be the one and the other. Let there be the opening and the receiving. Let there be love. Let there be compassion. And most of all, let there be peace on this Shabbat.
Amen, amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
We'd like to invite Binya to please continue to help us welcome Shabbat with her beautiful poetry.
To Shabbos and my love, like a perfect pearl in the smallest jewelry box, you hold me so close, I barely know I'm being held. I rock side to side in your endless ocean, swaying so slow, I barely know I'm moving at all. As angels flutter down to wash my body in sunscreen every 30 minutes. My skin keeping soft in the salt scrub, long stretch, Shabbos. Like a good love can wrap you up, become your everything. Like a heavy, neck-snuggled blanket on a cold night. Like digging your toes into warm sand. The strength, the foundation of earth, yet fluid with give, let you in like mulch on the forest floor, like moss bed, like skin, like the cover clouds a plane gets lost in. Shabbos is like a good love because it starts with the flicker of flame, because it's got curves of challah dough, because it has you repeating the holy name, because it asks you to jump in Geronimo, set your soul wild, untamed, set you free. Shabbos is good love because it's free. Because as you sow, you will reap. Because you put in before you take. Because as it satisfies, it leaves an ache. Because you wrestle in it for heaven's sake. Because letting in makes body shake. Because all its contradictions are blessed. All the time in the world, timeless. All the preparation, then rest. 2 pairs of lungs, yet one breath, the oneness. Feel everything awash in the numbness. Shabbos is good love because it leaves you breathless. Because feed mouth with hand wet, because it shines in the sunset, because it dances in the moonrise, because it's always just in time. Because you know it when time has stopped. When the voice cries out from the mountaintop. When the world goes quiet and all you can hear is that sweet song rolling down like flower blossom avalanche from the mountaintop.
Thank you, Binya. I just got this information from the wonderful Dorit that this is the 19th Friday that we're meeting since the COVID started, every week. And I'm saying it because next week we're going to take a break, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do next Friday at 4:30 p.m.? Other things, but suddenly wow, we've been together in the singing and crying and laughing and dancing and grieving together for 19 weeks, 19 Fridays. So, and every Friday we opened, one of the things we did, among other things, is calling the angels of peace, the angels of Shabbat, to welcome us, to open our hearts, to greet us, to find a place where we can hold all this mysterious time that we are all in here together. So I want to again and again invite you to sing with me the Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom, the angels of peace. Guide us, support us, help us, holding this journey of life together, with music, with songs, with drums, with shaking, with poetry, and with all the wonderful guests that we had here. So it goes like this. Oh, we are calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We are calling you home. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Malachei HaShalom. Malachei בואכם לשלום, בואכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. We're calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We are calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. ברכוני לשלום, ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום. מלאכי עליון, צאתכם לשלום, צאתכם לשלום, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. We're calling you home. Let's sing it all together. Here we go. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home, you and you and you and you and you and you, calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Let's invite each other to say, oh, we're calling you home. We are calling you home. We are calling you home. One last time we sing together. Oh, we're calling you home. We are calling you home again and again and again and again. Calling you home.
Beautiful chant comes from the Yedid Nefesh. We're asking the divine to reveal itself to us and to spread over us a canopy of peace. Higale. Higale, gale, gale. Na Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa. Igale, gale, gale, na ufros, Havivi alai. Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa.
There's Chagit and Tali. Hello. We are about to sing Lecha Dodi and to welcome the spirit of Shabbat, the spirit of renewal, the spirit of rest, the spirit of celebration, the spirit of Hallelujah. And we want to invite you to find your own way into Shabbat. If you are experiencing grief today or this weekend, we welcome that. If you experience joy, if you have a big celebration in your family, great. Anywhere, anything, we welcome you. We welcome your experience. We're probably all feeling a little bit of everything. So we are just creating a kind of a big sukkah, a big awning, a big heart for all the different emotions and experiences. Even if it's terror and even if it's complete ecstasy. So make Lecha Dodi your Lecha Dodi. Some of you like to dance and shake and move in this time, so great. If you want to turn your video on in some part of the service just so we can see you and so our guests can see you, that would be great too. And if you want to stay behind that with your camera off, that's totally fine too. We want to just open that invitation to say welcome. Lecha Dodi likrat kala פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Here we go. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Here we go. Ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da da da. Here we go. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Here comes the ניגון, יאללה. ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da 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 ay da 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 ay ay da da ay da da da. Look at somebody, tell them לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Here we go. Ay da 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 ay da 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 הופ, 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 לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבל. One more run. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. We want to invite you, if you're already outside, great, and if you're not outside, maybe you can open your door or your window, or just open your heart to the spirit of Shabbat, to the spirit of love, to the spirit of renewal, to the spirit of here and now. I'm going to ask Jose and Julie to take over the next part of welcoming Shabbat, to guide us into welcoming the Kala in. Are you there? Here they are.
Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzohara, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala.
Let's sing that part together.
Boi chala, boi chala. Boi chala.
Boi chala. Boi chala.
Thank you, Leor. So beautiful to see everybody. Really, there's no words. And so I'm going to dedicate my learning and my teaching tonight to two people who are out there. My holy teacher, Nan Geffen, who has given me so much for so long, and without whom I would not be sitting in my house behind this microphone doing this crazy job. Mwah, thank you so much. And my dear friend, Linda Shusett, who is joining us for the first time from Venice Beach, my hometown, and she's actually lives in my family home. And so I'm getting to see my mom's house behind her, and I was verklempt the first half, so thank God I didn't have to talk before now, but welcome, Linda. Welcome to everybody who's here for the first time or for the millionth time. It's so powerful to be making community even at this distance. And I honestly think that we are rewiring our brains to create deeper, wider webs of community through this exercise. So thank you for being a part of it. So this week, I do feel like of the teachers, I remember many years ago being asked a profound question by Nan's wonderful husband, Jonathan Omerman, another great teacher and fabulous rabbi. And I remember being all wrecked about whether I should go to rabbinical school, whether I should do this or should do that. And I was sitting having a little pastoral time with Jonathan, and he looked at me and he said, "What is your lineage?" And I was like, what do you mean? What's my lineage? And he said, your spiritual lineage. What's your spiritual lineage? And it set me off on it's a great question. Like when I study this huge body of teachers and philosophers and thinkers and agitators that comprise Jewish thought, who is my teacher? Who do I feel like I am the spiritual or intellectual descendant of? And I'm torn between really heady people and really hearty people. But I think that in terms of my approach to Torah, that probably I'm a descendant of Zusha, who was one of the wild Magidim who is known for not being able to get past the first word of a bracha, right? He's known for like sitting down to bless the simplest thing, a piece of bread, and he gets to Baruch and he goes berserk. He can't hold it all. It's so amazing to be blessing, unbelievable like that. And there's a way in which every single time I sit down to write a drash, I hardly ever get past like the first word. And this week is no exception. And even worse, this week, I didn't even get past the first Greek word. I never even made it to the Hebrew this week because the first word of this week's Torah portion is in the Greek, Deuteronomy. We begin the book of Deuteronomy, Devarim in Hebrew, words or things in Hebrew. But Deuteronomy maybe is a little more is more of a drash, is more of a teaching because it means second telling. And it basically reiterates all the things that had just happened in the previous three books. And one would have to ask oneself the question, why? Why do we tell this story, all of these stories twice? Why do we, use precious Torah scriptural real estate on the retelling of a story? And I thought about that a lot this week as we entered into this second telling. And it is, the human experience to be in a story and then to be out of that story and retell that story are two wildly different experiences. And we are in a big story right now, my friends. We are in a huge, unbelievable story. What's going on in our world, right? It's not local. This is worldwide. It's epic. We are not in the middle of a story. We are in the middle of an epic saga right now. And the way that a person behaves and reacts and chooses when they're in the story, when the story is not yet tellable because it hasn't been lived out yet, is very different than the way that they remember it. And you all know this because my guess is all of you at least have a friend or a family member or a former roommate or a former spouse or somebody who you went through some kind of wild story with in the past. And you sit down, see each other, you haven't seen each other in a while, or you're calling for that, semi-annual phone call or whatever it is. And you go, oh my gosh, remember that time? And one of you starts to tell the story. And one of you goes, no, that's not how it happened. No, he didn't say that. No, she wasn't there. No, they didn't. You know that? Is everybody familiar with that? Is that a familiar phenomenon to you? Well, yeah, because that's Deuteronomy. That's what we do. And each and every one of us is responsible for holding one aspect of that story that we and only we could hold. Instead of arguing with your family member, your friend, or your former, say, yeah, that's the way it happened. Both of those ways, all three of those ways, all 5 of those, all 10 of those ways. That's the way it happened, because it happens to each and every one of us a little different. And we have to learn how to be in our own story. And we have to learn how to react to it and how to choose and how to be who we know we need to be, because it's crucial. to what we learn. It's crucial to how it all comes out. And we're in a moment right now where our choices to love or to hate, our choices to listen or to shout, our choices to move slowly and carefully or to rush are crucial to our survival. There's a lot of luck involved. There's a lot of things we can't know. There's a lot of choices we're going to make with the best possible intention and still have a very difficult outcome. But each and every one of us is holding a part of this story, and the way that we work through it, the way that we bring our soul light forward is crucial to how it is going to be retold in the future. And on this Shabbat, as we've got this time ahead of us to just be with all of it, as Binya so beautifully articulated in her beautiful poem earlier, it's everything. It's all of it. But you can only do your part the way that you do it. You are responsible for being your own soul keeper in all of this and shining as brightly and as beautifully and as clearly as you can, with the best intentions you can, with the most compassion, the most hope for healing and for hope. So I bless us on this Shabbat, that we make the moves we need to make to manifest the best things we have to offer into the world, so that when this story is retold by our children or their children or their children's children, we learn something beautiful about ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yasher koach. Lior is introducing a new chant tonight as a way to move us from the preparation we've done and words of Torah into the Shema and the Ve'ahavta. And it's a chant based on the Erastichli, the betrothal formula that's used in Jewish wedding ceremonies. And something that you were also talking about, this mutuality, the knocking and the answering. There's a way that this text also does that. In translation, it says, I betroth you to me forever. We're in this together. I will betroth you to me with justice or equity. We will share challenges and with judgment, and I'll stay with you to get it right. And with loving kindness, I'll care for you, and with compassion, because I want to hear your pain and your joy, and I want to strive to understand. Ve'erastichli.
I want to invite you, before we start singing together, just to, if you're feeling comfortable with closing your eyes for a minute and putting your hand on your precious heart, just as a way to ground. Allowing yourself to be with the sounds of the voices and the guitar and the community. And as Julie said, those beautiful words, I will be with you, I commit to you, I'm with you, and I come with justice, with loving kindness, forever, leolam, in faith. So I'll sing it a few times. You can join me when you're ready. It's repetitive. Verastich, verastich li leolam. Verastich, verastich li leolam. בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים, לעולם. בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים, לעולם. We sing באמונה, in faith, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. Let's try this part together. באמונה, with faith. באמונה, באמונה לעולם. One more time, we sing it together. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. בצדק ובמשפט, בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים לעולם, לעולם. בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים לעולם. באמונה, together. באמונה, in faith, באמונה לעולם. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. So some of us, or most of us as a spiritual community, are so used to just connecting with God just the way it is, with our own concepts of what it is. And this beautiful prayer is teaching us that when we connect to God, we also have to think about a few things, about justice, about loving kindness, about rachamim, compassion. And it's a reflection of what's happening in the world now. We have to come with all those things. So see if you can find your own experience of the divine or God or consciousness, however you refer to it, and hold it or welcome it with love, faith, chesed, loving kindness, rachamim, compassion, and justice. ורסתיך, ורסתיך לי, ורסתיך לי לעולם, forever. ורסתיך, ורסתיך לי, ורסתיך לי לעולם, בצדק ובמשפט, בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים, לעולם. בצדק ובמשפט, בחסד וברחמים, לעולם. באמונה, 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 באמונה לעולם. In faith, with faith. באמונה, באמונה, באמונה לעולם. איי די די די, איי די די די, איי די 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 לעולם. We'll sing the Shema, we'll pray the Shema together, inviting you to find that place in you of deep, deep listening to the Echad, to the Achdut, to the oneness of everything we are, of all our different parts and all parts of the natural world. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. שמע ישראל, הוויה אלוהינו, הוויה אחת. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, שכינה אחת. אהבה אחת. הוויה אחת. אדוני אחד. Taking all those things we chanted in prayer and davened today, and we are wrapping it with lots of love, with kindness, with love, with compassion, with welcoming, ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. This is also for all the dancers in the group. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. ואהבת אדוני אלוהיך את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. And we sing together, love upon love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love. Look at somebody and tell them, love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love. Wake up your neighbor, tell them, love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love. Oh, love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love. Here we go together, we say, ואהבת אדוני אלוהיך את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך, בכל נפשך, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך מאודיך ובכל מאוד. Love upon love upon love, take it in, take it in. Love upon love upon love, send it out to somebody. Love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love. I am so happy and thrilled to invite one of my best friends, Jennifer Berezin, is here with us today. And if somehow you don't know her, I think everybody in our community know her by now. Jennifer Berezin is an incredible singer-songwriter, musician, a teacher, and everybody who gets close to her somehow gets this beautiful, I don't know if infected is a good word in English, but you kind of feel much better, and she's such a good source of love and friendship for so many of us and me. And also to know that Jennifer will support our community during the high holidays with making sure we sound good and we look good and we coordinated between the Zoom and the music and the sound and the light and the sky and the behind and the above and all of it together. So we are working with her. And where is she? She's here somewhere? Jennifer? There she is. Oh, we have to unmute her.
There we
There
go.
you are. And also to say, before we hand her the microphone, that every Monday at 7 p.m., and it's been like that since COVID started, she has this beautiful gathering of chanting and singing with amazing friends and musicians from all over the world singing together. And it's called Sing and Awaken every Monday at 7 p.m. And if you need some information, you can either look her up on Facebook or send an email to me and I'll send you the information. So welcome, Jennifer Berezin. Welcome.
Thank you, Lior. Thank you, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here with you. I was just noticing we have our matching headphones on, Lior, so you can tell we're very good friends because we dress the same. So it's just such a pleasure to be here with all of you tonight. And I planned a different song, and then I heard Joseph's beautiful talk, and I kept hearing this song in my heart and mind. Also, after hearing the words of John Lewis tonight as well. And this is one of the songs that I find is a song for this moment. You know, it was written by Holly Near, the great Holly Near, and many of you may know it. And if you don't, it's got an easy chorus. And I hope you'll sing it with me. I am open and I am willing, but to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. I am open, I'm willing, and I am willing. But to be hopeless, would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. There is hurting in my family. There is sorrow in my town. And there is panic across the nation, and there is wailing the whole world round. I'm open, but I am open, and I am willing. To be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. This is one of those songs you can just really lift your arms up on the chorus and really sing it like you mean it. You know, embody it, feel it. May the children see more clearly. May the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though they burn our eyes. Let's hear you. But I am open, little harmony, and I am willing, yes I am. But to be hopeless, it would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty oak to hold my confusion. Give me a desert to hold my fear. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder. Give me an ocean to hold my tears. For I am open and I am willing. For to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Here we go. I am open and I am willing. For to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Lift me up to the light of change. Lift me up to this light of change. I'm going to put this on gallery so I can see your faces. Oh, there you are. Hi, everybody. Okay, because I wasn't going to do that song, I have to actually, I was going to have everything in the right tuning here, so I have to just do a really quick tuning. But I also just want to really express my gratitude to Chochmat HaLev for so gracious, just so beautifully making this transition online. And I feel really the things that are saving us right now and helping us, stay resilient and sane are places like this to gather. So thank you for inviting me into this beautiful gathering space of healing and connection. I had a busy day and I just sat down and I logged in to the meeting, and I just, within the first 10 minutes, I could just feel everything changing inside. So it's just so powerful. And this is it's a bit of a lullaby. It's really just a song to, I wrote it when a friend was having a very hard time. And it's a song about really just being there for each other in all the ways we can. Let me just get this right. I want it to be pleasant for you. Okay, well, I'm going to do it. My guitar is sort of resisting this moment. Okay, here we go. All right. So the chorus is very simple. It has the ancient mantra, hey la la la, in it. Hey na na na, actually. And I hope you will feel free to join me. There's a river in all of my favorite songs, a yearning so sweet, deep and wide. An old boat on the shore with a couple of oars to take you to the other side. And if I had a river or I had a song, I would sail off into the blue. I'd set out tonight in the Shenandoah light. I'd sing this song for you. Hey na na na, hey na na, hey now darling, don't you cry. I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. Hey na na na, hey na na, if you call me I'll be by. I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. Let's just try the last line together. Hey na na na, hey na na, if you call me I'll be by. I will rock you, I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. There's a broken heart in everyone. I think I know how hard it can be. All the dreams that have died, all the stories that lied, all the sorrow that won't let you be. And if I was a painter, I'd make you a day with the sun in the sky, baby blue, and you in my arms, laughing and warm. I'd whisper these words to you. Sing it for somebody. Hey na na na, hey na na, hey now darling, don't you cry. I will rock you, I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. Hey na na, hey na 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 na, hey na na, if you call me I'll be by. I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. Hey na 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 na, hey na na, hey now darling, don't you cry. I will rock you on the water with my river lullaby. Hey na 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 na, hey na na, if you call me I'll be by. I will rock you on the water with my Thank you, everybody. Shabbat
Thank you,
shalom.
Jennifer. Shabbat shalom. Thank
Shabbat
you
shalom.
so much.
Thank you so much.
What a beautiful healing prayer that you wrote and offered to us. Thank you. And we want to send that beauty out to everyone who is in need of healing, healing of the body or the mind or the spirit. In our community, we're sending healing to Silva and Carol, to Fred's dad, Ralph, and to my mom, Ursula. And we're sending healing blessings to our friends, Michael McCormick, Saralea Badahuva, and Chazan Richard Kaplan. We invite you to please add the names in the chat of whoever you're offering healing blessings for. And we'll say the words El Na Refana La. Please, God, heal this one. El Na Refana La. Please, God, heal this one.
We take that amazing ability of ours to direct our energy someplace, and we go to the hardest and the deepest and the widest and the most rich place of all, which is facing our own mortality. And by knowing that this ride has an end point, each of us knows that. And knowing that we're leaving little chunks of our story in each other, Jewish wisdom said, let's maximize that. Let's leverage that, shall we? So that when someone passes through this world to whatever exists beyond it, the parts of their story that are left with us should inspire, shape, inform, challenge what we know, what we innately are. And by being given that gift of someone's presence, by being given the gift of having been influenced or shaped in some way, we offer praise on their behalf for the things that they are no longer here to praise themselves. But we can praise it a little harder because of what they taught us, what they showed us. So the Mourner's Kaddish comes along to invite us, challenge us, to shape us by having us stand and offer words of praise at a time when we are thinking of those we've lost. This week, we are sending our deepest love and condolences to to Ida and Inette for Ida's sister, Susan, who passed this week. Along with 633,313 other people who have died of COVID worldwide as of this morning. If you are offering this Kaddish for someone, we invite you to invite them in by putting their name in the chat if you haven't already. And we invite those of you whose practice it is to rise for the recitation of Kaddish to do so either in body or in spirit. And the Mourner's Kaddish will come up on your screen in 1 second for us to offer it together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Israel. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiran v'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yishmael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav. Huya ase shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yishmael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
May the one who's created wholeness, peace, healing, courage all around us, inspire us, enliven us to create peace and healing and courage in our own hearts, in our families, in our cities, in our nations, and in the whole world. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks to all of you for being here and making Shabbos with us. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your gorgeous heart, your beautiful music. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you. Thank you, Binya, once again for gifting us with your amazing poetry and big, huge heart. Thank you, Lior, for everything you do and all that you hold. And thank you, Steve, for being our Zoom wizard. And thank you, Dorit, for keeping our doors open and making everything work. Thank you so much. And we're going to turn it over to Sherry to let you know about the Shabbos Schmooze that's going to be starting in just a couple of minutes and to make some announcements.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Kronfeld. I'm a board member at Chochmat. So as, first of all, thank you, Jose and Julie. They should get thanked. So much gratitude for our fearless leaders. Thank you for bringing us so much joy today and always. I hope you'll hang out with us afterwards. We're doing this fun new thing lately. It's called a Shabbat Schmooze. Basically, if you stay, you can be, in little groups the way we would normally talk after services. We'll put little groups together. You can meet new people. Maybe it'll be people you already know. Talk about your week. Talk about something from services. It's open to you, optional, 15, 20 minutes afterwards if you'd like. A few announcements. So next week, we're not having Shabbat service on July 31st. So just FYI, we will not be at this time at this channel, just for that 1 week. But there are a couple of Tisha B'Av events happening next week that we're involved with, that we're co-sponsoring, collaborating with. We want to make sure you all knew about that. So on Erev Tisha B'Av, there's an event together with Kahila and Urban Adama. Steve is going to be putting these links in the chat while I go. So that's on Wednesday night, July 29th at 8 p.m. And then the next day, on Thursday, there's an event called From Mourning to Joy, a post-Tisha B'Av morning ritual that Aquarian Minion is doing that we're co-sponsoring, and it features Chochmat members Susan Felix and Ruth Gendler. So that's Thursday night, July 30th at 7. And I hope you will join us for one or both really beautiful, meaningful events as we move through our morning and into the other side. And then I want to mention a really fun event coming up. So Josh Kornbluth is doing a free, he's screening a film of his on our behalf as a fundraiser for Chochmat called Red Diaper Baby. So he was kind of groomed to be a leader of the communist movement in America. It's a crazy story. It was an award-winning play in New York, and it was filmed by Sundance. So not normally something one can easily see. He's going to do a screening of it for us, and it'll be a fun fundraiser for us. So that's on Saturday, August 15th. And then just wanted to mention that the wheels of this whole thing turn on all of you. So in terms of the way you can support Chochmat so that we can support you and offer events like this, there's really two things. There's membership, which is a wonderful ongoing way to support the community. And Steve will put a link there about how you can join. I became a member. I'm someone who never thought I would be a member of any shul ever in my life. And I'm so, so glad that I did. There's a lot of unique member benefits. A lot of it is also about supporting this place so that they can support us. And then you can also just make a simple donation, maybe for that cup of coffee or meal out that you didn't have, or a movie you didn't go to, or a concert you didn't go to. So wouldn't that be nice if you could just pop that into a easy donation to Chochmat? Well, you can. You can donate on our website or Venmo or PayPal. All those links in the chat. We want to make it super easy for you. Thank you for folks who do donate, and I hope that that's everybody. This all happens because of all of us. So that is about it. We're going to turn it back over to Lior for a final song, and then we're going to schmooze. Thank you.
עוד יבוא שלום, everybody, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו. Here we go, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו. La 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 ya da 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 da. עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו. עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עלינו. שבת שלום.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Neshama.
Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Good
Good
Shabbos,
Shabbos.
everyone. What a blessing. Thank you all so much for being here.
Good Shabbos.
And stick around. We'll be starting Shabbat Shmooze in a moment.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Wow, so great to see so many people. Incredible. Wow, look at all that cuteness. Unbelievable. Massive amounts of Shabbos cute.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Huey.
Papa.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Got it.
Hi, Jeffrey. Love you.
Great.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Hey, Ronnie.
Shabbos. There's Doreen.
Oh, what a great necklace, Dorit.
Was about
Oranges. A little Carmen Miranda.
more than a little.
I wore some citrus too. They're not as big as Dorit's.
Oh, someone else wearing fruit. Yes. Right.
It's California. I have to be, on trend.
That's right.